Hey, how y'all doing? Oh, excuse me. I'm packing up some things to give away. And this is what I am here today to talk to you guys about. So, first of all, welcome to Open Doors, Open Minds. Today I want to plant a seed. Plant a seed of donations, donation bins. Two thumbs down. So I want to plant the seed with you guys, and I want you to think about it because, like myself, I'm in the closet pulling out stuff that's been laying around that I personally don't think that I'm going to be using. And I know I'm going to be getting a lot of Christmas gifts, so I want to make room for those. So my thing is, what do I do with that? What am I going to do with this stuff? Most likely, most of us will take that stuff and put it in one of those donation bins, giving it to somebody who we feel can use it. Wrong. That's not what's going to happen because most of those donation bins are for profit. They don't profit anybody but the person who really owns it. Okay? Because they keep the money. They use the money for themselves. They're the only ones that are really benefiting from it, actually, in my opinion. I mean, if you do a little research, you could see that um, they only really donate on the dollar 1 to 2% for each dollar that they raise. So my suggestion is, and the seed that I want to plant with you today is to check out an organization, a shelter, a homeless shelter, organizations, careers, a dress for success or something like that. Your school, to go to the school and find out, do they know any organization where you could donate things? Because a lot of people mainly donate their kids' clothes, their work clothes they don't use anymore, household items that you can't use. So people that are in the shelter and they're about to be reintroduced back into their own places, they more than likely have lost everything that they owned. Or even if they haven't, they might need some new stuff. So donate it to them. I'd rather see that because if they do have any money, they saved up any money or they've had any money, unfortunate things happen to people, you know, and the reason why they're in that situation. So instead of using that money to get back on their feet, buying clothes from the Salvation Army thrift stores or whatever little fancy name they've given it these days, um, they could take that and do something more useful with it. Maybe not more useful, but equally as useful, but that will take a load off of their plate. Okay? Because these places, they're not good. They're not good. First of all, if you just really feel like you have to, I don't have a choice. I got to go ahead and put it in this bin. Well, fine. If that's what you got to do, go ahead and do it. But at least call the number on the outside of the bin to make sure they're even legitimate. Because a lot of times those organizations don't even take those bins back when they're not no longer in business or in the area or whatever. They just leave them. And then some unscrupulous person comes along and takes over that bin. And what do? They open up a thrift store down the street. Now that's 100% profit. So I'm just asking you to think about what you're going to do with all of those items that you have in your home that you no longer need, and you're not going to sell them for whatever reason. You just want to get rid of it. You want to give it away. You know, and I get that. I get that. But think about a shelter. Think about maybe a family down the street that you heard the wife is having a baby and they need certain items that you might have. maybe the husband they lost a job, the husband needs a new coat, the kids ain't got nothing for Christmas. Well, those toys that you got in the room that your children didn't hardly play with, or those shirts or pants or whatever, or maybe you got some pots and pans, you got some new ones, but the old ones still look good. Maybe you might want to offer that to them. I know people got pride, and I'm one of them. But the point is, if somebody's willing to help you, you're probably not going to turn them down. And but at least offer. But I could tell you what's totally wrong or unacceptable, in my opinion, is that you don't even try and you go put that stuff in that bin and you give it away to some complete stranger who probably has more money than all of us put together. So, I'm really not down with, I do shop in thrift stores sometimes because I don't really have a problem with it. But a lot of times that stuff is so expensive. The last time I went in there, they had some Michael Kors shoes and they were real high heels, but I don't wear that. But they were nice looking shoes though. And they looked like they might have only been worn across the living room floor or maybe from the front door to the car, and really nice. And I thought it was just me, but it was. And I was looking at these shoes, just looking because we all know I wasn't buying them because the heel, first of all, was a no-no. And I looked at those shoes; they wanted $50 for those shoes. I'm not saying they wasn't worth $50, but where I found them at in the Salvation Army, they wasn't worth $50 to me. So this woman was standing there, and she said, "You know what? This is a darn shame. Why would I pay $50 for a pair of shoes out of the Salvation Army? I can go to Macy's and buy me a pair of shoes for $50." I said, "Ooh, girl." I thought it was just me, the way I was thinking. She said, "Mm-mm." She said, "This is a shame. This is why they have all this inventory in the store, all of these stores." And I'm like, "That's right. And that's exactly how." I'm like, "Girl, you saying everything I'm thinking." But it's true. You go in there, you can't even move around. They got so much stuff. Did they ever think if they lowered the price, that stuff would be gone? People came in there to make purchases. But I mean, for me, if I saw those shoes in there for $50 and I was a Michael Kors fan, I'm just telling you how I think. And I know y'all probably say that's just crazy. But I would say, I'll go to Macy's or wherever they sell their brand at. And I'll go ahead and pay the full price. Because at least I know if I get them and they hurt my feet, I could bring them back and get my money back. They ain't gonna give me my money back here for $50. They ain't giving my money back. I'm not doing that. This is really crazy. But I would suggest that, I just want to keep planting that seed. I heard a woman say that one day, and I thought, wow, I had never given that a thought. So being that I hadn't given it a thought, I'm sure there's a lot of you who haven't given it a thought. There's probably a lot of you that do it already. But for those of you who don't, let that seed grow in your mind. Let it grow in your mind. Because the prices are too high, and those donation bins, they are, a lot of them are totally not legitimate. Check out that shelter. Check with your church. Maybe they know some people who need some things, right? Um, Check out with your school. They may know some children who need some things. Okay? Check out your area for shelters. There's people that might need to call your local welfare office. They may know something, because we all need help from time to time. And it ain't no need in pretending that you don't. We need help. If it ain't nothing but maybe, can you make me a cup of tea? Or baby, I don't feel good. Could you go to the store and get me some aspirin, some cold medicine? There's different levels of help. So don't sit there. I don't never need nobody's help, because you will. You will. I also would like to suggest a website that I use. I haven't used it in a while, but it's a really good website, and it's all over this country. I'm not going to say it's in another country because that ain't going to help, because that's just crazy. But so if you live in Seattle, Washington, or if you live in Daytona, Florida, up in Maine or in Southern California. All you got to do is put your state, your city, and if you have some items in your home, you take a picture of it, you put it on there, and then you give contact information, and people will reach out to you and they'll say, I want it. And everything is free. You cannot sell anything on this site. No, no, no. People give away all kinds of stuff. Cars. Yeah, I said I better get on there and look for me a car. I need one. But anyhow, they do. They give away a lot of stuff. And the only requirement probably is some people don't require that. They're nice enough to help you out. But you just have to pick it up yourself. I've seen people give away pianos, TVs, computers, all kinds of stuff. But still, at the same token, be careful. But anywho, and it's called freecycle.org. Freecycle.org. I'm going to put it in the description box below and just go from there. And I have one little extra piece of tidbit on that. The website is great, but if you're going to join, get yourself a separate email account. You won't regret it. Because sometimes you get flooded with stuff and you don't want that in your regular email, because I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a hot mess, especially if you look into stuff or you're getting daily updates. I don't know. I just think that it's best that you get a separate email account. And Gmail, you could have like 5 or 6 of them. I don't know. But yeah, but otherwise, I mean, it's a great site. I've posted stuff on there. I've gotten stuff off there. It's great, especially if you're not looking to sell stuff. You just want to get rid of it. But if you want to help somebody else out, that's the place to put it. People even put food on there. The funniest thing I saw on there, somebody was giving away a can of soda. Like, really? I'm going to drive all the way to your house to get a can of soda. See, that's somebody trying to be funny. But anywho, I just wanted to plant that seed today. And I hope that it grows in most of y'all's mind by the time you're ready to make a donation. I thought it was a great suggestion when I first heard it, and I hope it was a great suggestion when you just heard it. And if it's something that you've already been doing, please leave a comment down below and tell me what you do. Tell me what you think about this video and this plant a seed. Tell me what topics you would like to discuss, because I don't know if you remember, this is going to be an interactive channel where you're going to be able to call in and talk live about the topic of the day. Now, if you want to get a jump start on that, I'm going to give you my email address and just go ahead and shoot me an email. It's OpenDoorsOpenMinds652@gmail.com. Just shoot me an email. Tell me what you want to talk about. And maybe we'll make your topic of the day and you can start off the whole conversation live with everybody. Okay? Let me give it to you again. OpenDoorsOpenMinds652@gmail.com. In the meantime, go ahead and hit that button, subscribe, hit the bell so you'll know when we're going live. You won't miss nothing. And if you do miss us live, you can always watch a rerun. Okay? But the next topic that I have in mind, and now this could always change because we are going to be live, is holiday gift giving and receiving. How do you handle that? We're all different when it comes to handling gift giving and receiving. It could be a lot for some people. It can be a lot for some people. And I just would like to hear what you have to say about it. All right. Thank you. And don't forget, don't put your stuff in them bins. Check around for a shelter. Take the load off a mama's back about, going and buying things for her children. Let her keep that money for getting her electric turned on, getting her gas turned on, getting that cable turned on, buying groceries for the house, getting that car repaired. We can do it because we have a lot of useful things in those closets that can help a lot of people. God bless you all, and I'll see you on our next topic. Bye now.